Yo, what is good? It's your girl Kayla K back at it again with another video. What's good? But yeah, welcome to the channel. And if you are returning, oh gosh, there's bugs. If you are returning, welcome back. So yeah, what's up? I know it's been like a little while, not too long since I posted my last video, but I wanted to come on back and make another video for you guys. So as most of you guys know, I have moved to the Cayman Islands and I've been here for a little over 3 months now. So I wanted to do a video where I'm updating you guys about my new life here. Alrighty guys, so on my Instagram, which if you're not following me, go ahead, you can follow me. It's _Miss Basically on my Instagram page, I asked you to ask me something about my move / living in the Cayman Islands. Alright, so if you're new to my channel, I moved to the Cayman Islands just over 3 months ago from Canada, Toronto area. And yeah, so I'm just trying to update you guys on what's been happening here. I'd rather answer your questions so that way I'm just telling you what you want to hear and not giving too much. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's do it. So thanks again for those of you who did ask me questions. And a few of you asked me like a few different questions, and some of them have nothing to do with the Cayman Islands, so I'm probably just not gonna bother with those. Alright, so first question: are there any stereotypes you had to address being down there? So stereotypes, since I've been here, I guess first of all, I work as an activity coordinator at a resort. Okay, so basically it requires for me to like prepare, set up, and take down activities, also like running them, facilitating them as well for the guests. And what I didn't know before coming was like it wasn't a team. It's literally me and my manager. So we are it, like we do everything, and we do it, although we're a team, we do it together. It's just the two of us, and you know, on their day off or on my day off, we're alone. So I think like one of the stereotypes was like it's a girl doing this like physical work. Hello B. It's a girl doing this like physical work, because like I'm literally like carrying things, I'm setting things up, I'm doing sports, like, you know what I mean? So yes, all girls can do sports, but I think it kind of, you know, changed the job, like the opinion of the job itself to a lot of people, because they might have thought that, you know, maybe a girl couldn't do it. I know like a lot of the men were kind of like looked like that, work there in other departments, were kind of like, wow, like you're strong, like wow, you can do this, you can do that. Especially because my manager is a male, so you know, he makes it look like it's a man's job sometimes. But yeah, like basically I came and I was able to do everything the way that my manager did it and the way that it's supposed to be done. So maybe there might have been some stereotypes where people assumed, just looking at me, that I wasn't going to be able to fulfill the responsibilities of being the activity coordinator assistant. But I came in and I did it, so it is what it is. What will you miss in Canada? Well, I'm already here. Obviously my family and my friends. Not that I have a lot of family or a lot of friends that I'm very close with, but I do miss those family and friends that I'm used to being able to go and see whenever I need to, talk to whenever I need to. So those things are a little bit, those are things that I definitely miss. Other things in Canada that I miss, I guess, like, this is a really small island. This island has like a population of less than 70,000 people, so it is very small. You kind of see the same people like everywhere you go. Thank you, Rooster. Yeah, you kind of see the same people everywhere you go. Things are like kind of repetitive. Like, it's a pretty small island. I mean, it's extremely small. So, you know, having the option to like just drive far away, or, you know, like those staycation destinations and stuff like that in Canada, where it's like, seriously, where it's a lot bigger of a country, so you're able to do more things. So maybe those are things that I miss. But to be honest, like in Canada, I kept to myself a lot. I went to work, I came home. I only went out if there was a reason. So that was why, like, for me, it's easy to be here. You know what I mean? But I'm sure, like, eventually one day I'll miss it. There's also some places I like to go, things like that, like whatever, restaurants or bars that we don't have here. We've got lots of bars and great restaurants here, but I'm just saying those specific ones, obviously, I'll miss. Did your favorite foods change or stay the same? My favorite foods are the same, and guess what? It's a lot easier to get it here than in Canada. So I'm happy here. It's funny, like, this question, because a lot of the foods that I love are Caribbean food, and here, like, everywhere you go has Caribbean food. Like, literally school lunches, work lunches, the grocery stores, like, you know, like the servery where you can get hot food. It's literally curry chicken, curry goat, fried chicken, like oxtail, you know what I mean? So wherever you go here is literally my comfort food. Patties are in the gas station, like, cannot complain. So my favorite foods stay the same, and I'm so happy to have moved to the Caribbean where I can get my favorite foods no matter what. Like, every place you go, it's on the menu, you know what I mean? So I do like that. Okay, what are the biggest routine changes that you had to make? So here, first of all, my actual work schedule is pretty similar to what I was doing before, because I'm doing the same job just in a new place, and at a resort setting versus in long-term care. But my actual timing is the same. The only difference is like where I live versus where I work. So that's something, part of my routine I had to change was, you know, getting up a bit earlier, anticipating my drive. So I literally drive almost 45 minutes, or I drive 45 minutes to an hour to get to work, because I live on one end of the island and I work, let me let the wind go. I live on one end of the island and I work on the opposite end of the island. So I'm gonna pull up a map here just to show you guys, right? So I live in West Bay and I work in East End. So it's literally one end to the other, which is a fun fact about Cayman. You can literally drive from one end to the other in an hour. That's how small it is. So that was something that I had to make. Now, I was used to driving distance to work, like 30 to 45 minutes, but the difference is that here it doesn't feel as long, because the direction I go and the time that I go to work and back is when there's no traffic my direction. And then also it's a beautiful view, like it's scenic, you know, compared to Toronto where it's traffic, cars, lights, just roads and no greenery, buildings everywhere, like, you know what I mean? So here I'm seeing the ocean, I'm seeing palm trees as I'm driving to work. It's very relaxing and peaceful and enjoyable. So yeah. What other changes did I have to do with my routine? Well, I have a roommate. It's my mom. So it's actually the same setup which I had before. I was living with my brother, 2-bedroom place with 1 bathroom. Routine is the same, okay? Gotta wait, gotta rush, gotta, you know what I mean? Like, everything is it's really funny how, like, I've just picked up and came to a place where it's like everything is actually very similar. The routine isn't too crazy. One positive thing in my routine, I used to have to like prepare for lunches the night before, things like that. At my work, the staff get lunch for free every day. So I don't have to worry if I didn't get a chance to make a lunch, or if I forget my lunch at home, or having to spend money on lunch. It's all prepared for you every day, and it's a hot meal, and it's food you like. Like I said, I'm getting sometimes curry goat, I'm getting oxtail, which is tomorrow. I'm getting, like, you know what I mean, stewed chicken, like the food that I love to eat. So I'm happy about that. How does the visa work? How long does it take to apply? What's the currency difference? So there's a couple questions in one. So basically with the visa, I did a work visa. So the application process for that, it's not that long if you have the time to do it. Basically you fill out a bunch of paperwork, and the application actually changed since I came. So when I did it, it required for me to do like a medical where I needed to get like a chest x-ray, you have to do blood work, just overall like examination. So the application happens to change pretty frequently, so that really depends on when you're trying to apply for the work visa. Now, the difference with the work visa and the way that it works with the Cayman Islands is that you can't come here and then apply for a work visa. You need to actually get a job, have a job offer, and then the job will apply for you. So pretty much what I did was I went on the website, government website, which posts all the jobs in Cayman, and then I applied for the job, got the job, and then basically HR department from my work will send me the application, which I fill out and send back to them, and then they actually submit it to the government, and the government takes whatever amount of time they feel to either approve, defer, deny your application. So the application process doesn't take too long once you're able to like book your appointments, get whatever things you need to get done that's on the actual form, and then submitting it back to your work and having them submit it. That's all up to the government. Honestly, it can take long, it can take a short amount of time. The things that Cayman requires as well do cause things to take a little bit longer, because like they're asking for all these things and it's a long process. But it's because they want to ensure that they are bringing the best people to the island to work. So I can't fault them for that. Getting a job now is another thing. So basically in the Cayman Islands, they have a law where you have to hire Caymanians first. Meaning jobs out here are looking for a qualified Caymanian by citizenship or status to take on any positions available before they hire someone from overseas. So fortunately in my case, they actually didn't have any applicants, and I was qualified, so I was able to take that job. But usually if they have other applicants, they need to consider everyone who has status or is Caymanian by law first, and then they will consider taking on somebody from outside. So that is one thing that makes the process a little bit longer, but it is what it is. It's kind of good because they want to give opportunities to their people before anyone else, and I respect it. But yeah, so I did what I had to do, got the job, and then everything else was like pretty okay from there. It was just like a waiting game, you know what I mean? But yeah, the currency difference. So in Cayman, okay, currency is a whole other thing here. So basically, 1 Canadian dollar is about 60 cents, 60 to 66 cents Caymanian. So it's actually a big difference. It is expensive here, and my Canadian money is not worth much here. The good thing though is like I get paid in Caymanian dollars, so converting it to Canadian, it's really good, you know what I mean? So that's like the exchange rate right now for Canada, because everyone who asked me questions were from Canada, so I'm gonna use Canadian. That's a lot easier for me too. For US dollar, let's actually look it up. So 1 US dollar is 83 cents Caymanian, so it's a little bit better, but still not great. It's about 20 cents less in US for 1 Caymanian dollar. So money here like is high, and unfortunately cost of living here is high as well. That's a whole other thing, but it's expensive here, and their dollar is pretty strong. How's the D over here? Moving on. Is it hard to find a job in the Cayman Islands? So it's kind of, to me, it's like the same as getting a job anywhere, you know what I mean? The difference that I said though is like they do look for Caymanians first, so that is what makes things a little bit harder for someone overseas. There are job opportunities out here, so again, you just really need to find them, but they actually have one central website where they post all the jobs in Cayman. You do need to consider that Cayman is very small, and you need to consider that they are hiring Caymanians first. So when you consider those two things from the outside, it doesn't look like there's it's easy to get a job here. There's a lot of opportunities, you know what I mean? Because there's literally not as many businesses and things like that. So it's kind of like you have to consider a lot to really analyze if it's a place that has a lot of jobs or not. Is it expensive living in Cayman? Yes, it's expensive living in Cayman. Like the cost of living and things like that, regular groceries is ridiculous. All that I'm gonna say is this: they cater to the tourists, so they make all their money from tourism, things like that. So therefore, they mark up a lot of things, and it's unfortunate for the residents here because they are paying the same price that the tourists pay. You know, can a person who wants to work there afford living costs? You'd have to get a good paying job. You'd have to get a good paying job. You'd have to be comfortable either having roommates or things like that. So like, it depends. If you put yourself in a good position with a job, and you choose a place that's that's what I mean. Like, it's hard to find a cheap place to live, but if you're willing to like share your space, then you can make it work. A lot of people here do. And then again, the money can be okay, but it's not like I wouldn't come here to just do something where the pay is, you know what I mean, it's not gonna be good. Like, you really just need to do the math. To be honest, like if I wasn't living with my mom and having to pay regular rent, things like that, it would be a lot more difficult, for sure. But like I said, there are places you can live where you're sharing space and things are more affordable. Will you move back to Canada again or stay in the Cayman Islands? So for now, I do want to stay here. I love being here. I feel very comfortable here and at home. And Canada is always going to be there. I'm Canadian at the end of the day. I'm going to have that option to go back, but I actually enjoy living here for now. I'm not tired of it yet. How can you compare the life in Cayman and that of Canada in terms of job and living conditions? So jobs, like I said, there's less jobs here because it's a small place. And then in terms of living conditions, yeah, living conditions is way different. Like I said, I live in a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom place. It's fine, but there are things that are a lot different. Like, for example, the outside, the weather, the house gets very hot. You know what I mean? You need to have some kind of air conditioning system or fans or whatever. Maintaining the house is a lot different, especially depending where you live. But it's just like Canada. So it's kind of funny because in Canada we have to deal with, again, different weather conditions, dealing with snow, blah blah blah. Where here we have to deal with like heat, we have to deal with salt spray, hurricanes, things like that. So it kind of balances out. Like, I haven't had to deal with much yet, but I'm just saying, like, one day I will definitely feel the difference of living. Right now it's mainly just the climate, and another thing is like the bugs. Like, there's cockroaches, there's big centipedes and things like that. So that's one thing that I'm not used to yet, is the bugs. Also, like, there's a lot of chickens, roosters, stray animals like cats and dogs everywhere. And yeah, so what was the hardest adjustment for you? So yeah, getting used to like the driving, the weather mainly, and transportation. I'm gonna make another video where I'm talking about like the things that are different in Canada versus in Cayman. So that's gonna be my next video. But yeah, I'm gonna touch more about like transportation and things like that. I mean, okay, it's noisy, as you can see, like chickens and roosters everywhere. It's annoying. I think that's it. Okay, next question. When are you gonna come back to Canada? Miss you, girl. I miss you too. I don't know when I'm coming back yet to visit. Maybe in May, but I just have to verify with my work when I am entitled to vacation. Yeah, once I know that, then I can plan. I definitely have to go back to Canada because I have to visit my family and my 3 friends. So yeah. Someone said Canada or Cayman. Right now it's Cayman. Like, this is where I feel like most comfortable, happy, and I just love it. So yeah, Cayman. How did you pack up all your stuff? Yeah, good question. So to be honest, I'm happy, like I'm a little bit of a simple and minimalist person, so everything that I owned was literally in my bedroom. Um, excuse me. So it was pretty easy what I ended up doing, and the best thing that was ever invented is Facebook Market. So anything I did not care about, which was a lot of my shit, my stuff, I put up on Facebook Market and just sold it all. Um, and then the things that I needed to keep but didn't need to bring here was is held by my family. So thank you to them. And it's not much. It's literally like basically in comparison to two boxes, like two what are they called, those like tubs like people use for moving and or for storing things. So basically it's two big boxes, and they're holding those on to me. One of them has like stuff, and then the other one has clothing, like winter stuff that I don't need. I did bring a couple sweatpants and sweaters here with my winter jacket, my like winter shoes and stuff. Those I just left there with family, so thank God for them, and I didn't need to bring that with me or have to actually get rid of it. I definitely needed those things there, so that way when I do go back to Canada, in case it's in the winter time, I do have something to wear right away. But yeah, so pretty much, yeah, when I finally like got the job and my work permit was confirmed, I basically put everything that I didn't care about on Facebook, and that was it. The rest of the stuff came with me, so I brought about like maybe in total 4 suitcases of clothing and the stuff that I needed to bring with me. And honestly, like maybe almost 2 of them were like all new stuff, because I had to obviously get a not new wardrobe, but a bunch of things that were gonna be good for me to wear while being here because of the weather and work. So I bought like lots of clothes and shoes, so that way I didn't have to worry about that here. That is actually one adjustment, is now that I think about it. Okay, Win. Yeah, is access to things you need. Like, it's not easy to get things here. A, it's expensive. B, you know, they don't have all the stores we have, especially for clothing and basic things. So those things get imported here, and that's why they're more expensive. Either that or we do have to order online, but things take a long time to get here. So a lot of people here in Cayman, the locals, they actually make shopping trips, and they go get on a plane and they go to Miami, like legit, you know what I mean? So COVID kind of messed those things up, but fortunately for me, I am a very simple person, and like I don't wear makeup, I don't gotta dress up all the time. Let me repeat that because the rooster. So I don't have to dress up all the time, I don't wear makeup, things like that. So for me, I can easily wear a tank top and shorts. My job, I wear shorts and a t-shirt. So those things worked out. However, if I did need something, unfortunately it would be a little bit hard to get. So that is one major thing that I'm not used to, where in Canada, if I needed something that I couldn't get in the store down the road, I'd order on Amazon and it would be there next day. So that's one big thing for sure, but it doesn't affect me that much. That's why for me this is a great move, but for other people, I understand so many things could go wrong for them. They would not be able to handle the weather, they would not be able to handle driving, they would not be able to handle not being able to go and get whatever they need anytime, any place. You know what I mean? Like, those are the types of things that makes it difficult to live on island, especially if you are one of those types of people, like a city person. You know what I mean? Like, this is a completely different lifestyle, but the reason I came here is because, like, I feel like this is me. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So that's how I packed up all my stuff. Sorry to go off topic. Yeah. And honestly, I didn't really pack. I just sold. I sold everything. And then, do you miss us? Yes, I do. For the people that I left behind in Canada, you know who you are. And yes, of course I miss you. Actually, the person who said that is my cousin. Shout out Aziza. She's actually coming to visit me at the end of the month. So I'm very happy. She's going to be my first visitor from Canada, besides my brother, who came. He actually came here when I was moving here, so he came like a little bit before me, so I was able to like chill with him, spend time with him before he left. But yeah, so now my cousin's coming and I'm very excited. I can't wait to be a tour guide. But yeah, so that is all the questions that I got. Actually, I lied. There was one on my YouTube channel, and let me answer that. Somebody had commented a question and I was trying to save it so I could answer here. Oh, okay, reasons why you left Canada for the island. She's and it says, I'm in Texas, born Jamaican. Cool. So thank you for your comment. So the reasons why I left, okay, that's actually a deep question. Maybe I should answer that in its own video, but it's not even that serious. It's just maybe I might go off on a tangent. But just to answer it simply, and then if you guys are interested in more detail, I will make a separate video. But basically the reason that I left is because I grew up coming here and I always felt like this was home. So I wanted to make the move and experience living in an island. So this was kind of me like taking that leap of faith, or taking that chance, or whatever, like kind of doing what I wanted to do in a moment, and I don't regret it at all. So the reason I left, yeah, is because I wanted to experience that, but also not take away from the opportunities I've had in Canada. So what I did was I looked for a job directly in my field, and something that I can, you know, actually like just working in a job where I can stay for a long time and I can enjoy myself. So yeah, I'm very happy with the decision, and yeah, that's mainly the reason why, is just to like have a new experience, to live a place I've always wanted to live and take it on. So I just did it, and I recommend that you do it too. So anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that I answered all of your questions, and if you have any more, that's totally fine. Leave a comment down below, I will answer. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, leave it down below. Anything else you want to know about me living and moving here. Make sure before you guys go that you guys hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, like the video, and share. I want to try and reach my goal of getting 1,000 subscribers, so I'm almost there. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you very soon.